Let's start with this small garment. This is how it looks inside. Don't worry about this part for now, because I previously used a wide ribbon. Later, I switched to a narrow ribbon, so this part hasn't been inserted yet. We'll wait until making the collar. Then we'll talk about this part. And then this. Inside there is a bust. Then fasten it with snap buttons. Like this. The lining is... The sleeves do not have lining. Then inside is the lining. First, make this part of it. For the front piece, first press these 3 lines. Then it is also a muslin board. You draw this muslin board on it. Then draw this line on as well. This line is the middle fold mark. And this line is used to cover it, if you are skilled. When I do this, I don't need to do it like this. After drawing it like this, press the fabric down. Then start like this from the first line. Fold it along this line. Sew it up like this. 0.2. Then sew it. A quick iron and it's gone. So just follow the method without using the sliding line. Here, first press a 0.2 centimeter seam. Fold it in half and press it. Then flip it over. This way, iron it properly. Isn't it like this? Is it uneven now? Then fold it back like this, about the same width as this. 0.15. 0.2 is also fine. The top and bottom widths extend equally and are parallel. Then here, it's right at this spot. Press another line along this edge. Press it all the way to the second line. After pressing the second, press the third one. Then in total, press 3 lines, like this. This. After this folding and pressing is done, there is a red marking. This is directed this way, towards this side, and this is its front. At the front, it has a mark on the line. Focus on this line. My drawing is a bit narrow. Then, take this and align it according to this line. Align it. Align the top as well. Align the bottom as well. Then draw it down. Then crop it. This only needs to just draw it on top. Then this is its chest position. This is the button position. If you also set the button here, press this to set the button position. Also, just let me talk about this. Fix the position according to this. Use this to determine it. Then the label inside the garment is also determined by this. Use an awl. Place it on. Then poke a hole. It's the fixed position. After this is done, then it can be removed. Oh, by the way, it's about this button. The button measures 0.4 millimeters, 0.4 centimeters, which is 4 millimeters. Just like what I drew, the size of this circle I drew, it's the same. This front piece is finished. It's like this. After the front piece is done, work on this chest part. First, you just finish the locked fragmented part first. Then assemble everything together. Next is making this chest part. This only involves the lower part. Left a 0.5 centimeter seam allowance. The ones above are all mirrored. First, draw it on this fabric. After finishing drawing it, do not step here. Sew a half circle seam here. Sew a circle around here. Here at the bottom is a movable part. You need to turn it over from here. Then after sewing like this, trim it down. Leave about 0.3 centimeters seam allowance, and that's fine. Then here you can also press this edge to cut. Because there is already a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance. Turn it over. Be a bit careful. Don't make it too much. Don't pull it open too wide. Leaf. The opening is a bit small, but can be turned inside out. After turning this inside out, fold it back 0.5 centimeters from this opening. Then seal this opening. Then you can press here. Here you can add a contrasting colored ribbon. Place it on the front. You can also place it before sewing it together, but then it's hard to control the width on top. Then press a whole seam. The width is 0.2 millimeters. This is the front side. This is the back side. I hand sewed this on. When attaching the button, you can hold this paper. You need to make a hole in it. Then you align with this hole and sew the button through this hole. The buttons won't come out. Just sew the buttons according to your button positions. Then there's the remaining collar. The collar's corners are also made first. This only requires one front section and one collar part. After laying it flat, draw this on. After drawing, stitch around it. This neckline here doesn't need stitching. Only sew the edge of this collar. After sewing it up, trim this side off. Leave a 0.23 centimeters seam allowance. Then here, you can align it with this seam line because this collar has a 0.5 centimeters seam allowance here. So you can cut along this line, just cut it off. You can also flip it over and then trim it. Then like this. After flipping it over, it will drip, then cut it. It won't be small. When drawing this line, draw it on the collar. In this way, it will be small inside. The surface will be large. Put it underneath. Put a piece to be sewn. Should be a bit larger than the collar area. The sewing machine will consume part of it, and when turning it over, pinch this corner briefly to flip out this corner. Otherwise, the collar won't turn out well. Turn it over like this. Then press it once with the iron. After ironing, that one above, there was no line inside before. We put this collar on. Then follow this measurement. Draw out the back of the collar. Then just cut it out. The edge of this collar needs to be pressed onto this ribbon. If you're afraid it will come loose, just sew it with a hand needle. You just need to sew it. Use thread of the same color. The width is 0.2 centimeters. Look at it when it turns at the corner. It just turns normally. You can also flip it like this to fold it. I want a corner. So it's just like this. Sew a stitch here, then turn it over. The ribbon on this collar is sewn on like this. Reach the corner here. I flipped it over once, folded it over like this. This one is the same. Then this collar. After finishing, lay it out once. Then now start making the yoke. This is the front piece. The back piece, join them together like this. The twill is the front side. Then this one, or on the right side of the body. Then the upper sleeve. This is the end point. The sleeve's end point aligns with the shoulder seam. This indicates alignment with the front sleeve placket. Mark this with a dot, otherwise it will cause mistakes. One characteristic of the sleeve is the front armhole is cut a bit deeper. The back part is relatively flatter. Like this, once it's on, first fix the end point. Then sew towards both sides. The sleeve made this way looks easier to make. First, press 2 lines on the sleeve. Pull out a sleeve. That oversized shirt, pull one out first and place it there. The amount to gather. This sleeve actually fits perfectly. But for sleeves like this, it's not a puff sleeve. You need to take the tip here. Make it like this. Then sew it. Sew it carefully like a dot. The finished sleeves, the effect doesn't look so stiff. The quality actually isn't very thick. It's just this small amount. Then you sew here first. Sew it aligned like this first. You can pin it with safety pins. Then you can also use hand stitching. Fix it in place briefly first. This sleeve of mine, most are hand sewn because this part is too curved, and when sewing with a machine, it's also small. Sometimes the stitching isn't precise, so it's fine to sew it by hand. Once the middle part is fixed, it won't move anymore. Then adjust it. Embroidery hoop. The two of them, make sure they are pinched together. This way it is a bit long. Then you take this line, pull it. Stretch it to the same length as this. Then concentrate the mass at the adjustment area. The side with the larger curvature here is flat. There is almost no brightness. This way, the length is just the same. Here, the same adjustment method is used. The weight is placed at the halfway point of the embroidery hoop. But at this curved part, it must be flat. There is no weight. The same applies here. Mine are all concentrated here. After making these adjustments, then you can sew it together. Start sewing from this side all the way to that end. Here at the cuff, they are satin ribbons, 2 millimeters wide. Then after finishing that, connect it to the cuff here. Pull the drawstring like this, adjusting it to the same length. Cut to equal length and then sew them together. This cuff is first folded in half. After folding it in half, then after folding it well, then sew this ribbon on. This way, it's considered done. Sew it together with the other part, then sew the side seam. After sewing them together like this, here, you can use an overlock stitch to secure the edge, or the sewing machine can also be used for locking. The sewing machine locks the stitches like this. After finishing, the side seam is joined together with the underarm seam. like this. Then the seam allowances are pressed upwards. Do not press them downwards. If pressed downwards, the pleat will not form properly. This side seam needs to be finished. Fold the cuff inward, then at this side seam here, also fold down naturally like this. After finishing this, you can turn it over. After turning it over, you need to separate this seam like this, You can use pinking shears to trim it, or you sarge the edge. If you sarge the edge, it will pucker up in one spot. Handle this side seam like this. After finishing it, attach the collar. This is the back collar. Then find the center back point of this collar as well. First, align the center back, then seal towards both sides. How far up does this side of the collar go? And how far up does this side go as well? I first fixed the center back in place, then seal towards both sides. Then this piece of paper, you can use hand pins to secure it. Don't pull it apart. If you pull it apart, the neckline will become larger. The collars on both sides will have different lengths. The collar should be attached like this. Then work on the collar fabric. This is the collar. Just loosely sew it by hand, because later, another layer of collar fabric will be sandwiched in. This is the collar fabric. Then the front shoulder. Then the back shoulders are connected together. This is the center back. The center back is assembled like this. Then this is the center back of the collar. The center back of the collar. Opposite to it, just mark a point at the top. Then take the neckline, the inner collar, and the outer neckline, and sew them together. This embroidery hoop needs notches cut into it. Roll up this embroidery hoop. You can do this before stitching the collar. Roll this up. These nets. Okay. This is the collar after sewing. Then roll the edge here. Roll 0,5 centimeters. And then this large neckline. Roll the embroidery hoop edge like this. After we finish cutting, we sew the side seams. This is after the side seams have been sewn. The seams are pressed open. This is the collar fabric. This side is the face side. Then our interfacing and base fabric can also be sewn together at the start. By the way, when sewing this collar fabric, you need to sew from the inside. Add stitching on the inside. Don't sew from the front. The collar fabric is intentionally made it shorter, a bit shorter than the front. When doing it this way, it will tuck the front side in. This way, the front is a bit bigger than the collar fabric. To avoid issues when it folds, this collar will come out. It will just show on the front. So it was deliberately made shorter by 1 millimeter, because as you sew like this, it might be slightly off. In this case, the collar fabric ends up shorter. The front side is longer. My collar fabric is done. The face is the same. This entire circle has been sewn. Then, from the embroidery hoop here, turn it to the front side. Don't make this opening too large. How to find it? This has already been sewn. Isn't this just a static sample? This is also a static sample. Then I punched a hole here. After punching the hole, look at that mark. Draw these 2 points. Then the button is nailed on. These 2 points. Here, nail this nail base. Then nail the nail surface onto the garment. Then on the garment, they should be opposite, right? Because it was drawn this way. So its position is fixed here. The button needs to be fixed at the same position. There will be no height difference. Then trim off the seams here. It's just a static sample placed on a garment. You can then find its button position. This is what I trimmed off. Then either when cutting, just mark this button position. But when making it yourself, sometimes when ironing, it will disappear. This is also a way to find the button position. You can use this thicker awl or a needle to find a point. Then again, make a mark. Oh no, that's not right. It's better to fix it on the reverse side. Then you just go through to the reverse side. It needs to be very precise. It's easy to plane off center. The misalignment shows, then fix it again like this. Only the notch position. It's the same on this side. It's the mark I just made. Then the two nail surfaces are nailed at this point. This way, they are at the same height. They won't be like this. Then find the locking position again. I'll handle it all at once. This also involves its mirror plate. Align with the doctor. The fastening at the front here is okay. You can nail it anywhere, but you can also find it according to this. It's because it has a midline. The main thing is to find this midline. In clothing, it's called the center front. Then, when they overlap together, you need to ensure the center line is exactly in the middle. You place it on top of this. And this is what I just drew. This line is the center line. You can also use a ruler to measure. And this is the part where it overlaps. How much is this side? How much is it when folded over here? Then, when these two are combined together, this center line aligns with this center line. This is just right for wearing the clothes in front. And here is a button. There are a total of 14 buttons. The principle is this center line. They too should be aligned. Otherwise, if this part of your clothes is a little larger like this, the clothes will look slimmer. If it's a little smaller, it will look looser. So this part needs to align properly. This 6-part section is like this. There is a button sewn here, right? And originally there was a seam here. This is the center line. And then fasten the button according to this button position. After aligning the center line, then fasten a button here. Here with it, this point should be opposite to this one. I guarantee when recalling it, this bottom part is the same when lifted. There can't be any highs or lows. This is the line I marked at the time. This is the edge binding. This edge just overlaps here, and its center line is here. It seems a bit unevenly slimmed, so this is the center line. And how much is this spacing? How much is this spacing? And when you overlap this over here, this edge just fits right here. Then your button is nailed right here. You just find a button spot and nail it here. Fasten it like this. Nail base. Nail it here. Then nail the front side here. The two of them just happen to align perfectly. I have sewn these two buttons on. Like this. Then This button for attaching the door curtain is right after that letter. Align their center lines. After aligning, still use that awl. Or, I have a needle like this myself. It's a very strong kind of needle. Then at this position, attach a button. That should be fine. You can attach two if you want. This, but you have to make sure they are corresponding. Then with this stitch, it must be opposite. So when you sew, just pay attention to aligning with this eye. Mark it so that the alignment is clear. I will just sew on a button. Okay. You can't sew a single button anywhere. You need to sew it onto this button. Otherwise, the thread will be visible. That means I sew one button on top. If you don't mind the trouble, you can sew 2 stitches. That way, when aligning, it still needs to be aligned. Be sure to find a reference point. Then on the front side, opposite to it, find another point and mark it. When attaching this button, don't nail it too close to the edge. If it's too close to the edge, when this button is fastened, it will show a little bit. Mine is sewn a bit close to the edge, so it shows this way is just right. After sewing, it must be ensured that the edges are aligned evenly, meaning it is symmetrical. And also, then you still need to sew on the buttons. Oh, I'm just afraid it will be misaligned. Then this factor with this button attached, so you cannot use the cloud spray anymore. You can spray it off. You can use a hairdryer to blow it off. Or if it's a water-based disinfectant, then you can wash it. Number 1. Then make that pleated skirt. This skirt has box pleats. This is its hem. Then first cut it according to this measurement. No need to make the stitch marks for now. Then first roll the floor label by 0.5. After rolling this hem label, do not sew it yet because the thread is red. To avoid the trouble of changing the thread, roll the thread like this. After sewing this ribbon on, press this seam next. Then change the thread to avoid any trouble. It's when pressing this ribbon then follow that line to apply it. If it also serves both purposes, I'll draw it on the paper pattern later. You can decide this yourself. Okay, this baseline can be aligned with the line. Align it with a 0.10 line like this. Then take this line. It's the line from the character gong drawn on top. Draw it just like on the paper pattern. Otherwise, it's easy to get it wrong. Just this mark. This means a tuck. Then this is an end point. Find it. This is how it looks below. The lower part is narrower. The fold on top is, this fold is a bit bigger. This one is the top. The smaller fold is the bottom. Then you can start stacking the folds. It is folded like this. It is folded like this. You need to watch this video. Fold it up to this line here. This part needs to be folded. Don't fold it incorrectly. And it's the same here. It's a crease folded in half. It's not that kind of guiding crease. Guiding creases all face one direction. The pleats on this small piece of fabric are relatively smaller. That works because it is cotton fabric, so pressing it like this leaves a crease. At the end, we will fit them together. It's like this. This folds back just right. Align with the middle line. This one too. This skirt hem, the waist knot here, the prince fold here, needs to be secured with a hand needle. The waist knot here is secured, then start sewing the waistband. A waist lining. This waistband is narrow. This waist lining is wide. This fold, after folding it neatly, is the same as this waistband. Then first take the waistband, sew together with the skirt hem. The waistband before sewing needs to be folded in half. Find an end point. Then this key point you need to align with the end of the skirt hem. The main focus is right on the fold in the middle, the exact center. Then when you do it, when stitching together, they are aligned. This is the skirt hem and the waistline, stitched together. Below is the lining fabric, and at the waist, connected like this. Torn properly. Tear it to the same length as then stitch them together. This skirt hem fabric has a rolled edge at the bottom. Then on the top, draw it to adjust to. The length is the same as a belt. Then tie a knot here. Adjust the length here. Then after adjusting evenly, piece them together. Then, after everything is pieced together, the waistband of the waist tie here. Sew them together. There is also the center back. The center back in here. The center back and the waist opening. Place it on the front side. Then the rear center, and here need to press a 0.1 millimeters exposed wire. Fix it in place. Reverse. Then here I place the rough magic tape. This side is the loop side. Then like this, the skirt is finished. We are done. This hat is like this because it is thick wool felt. So this stiffener needs special treatment. Then its outer part is attached to the lining because it is flipped inside out. If you cover it, you can't see it. This way, the seams are all staggered. Then inside, the outer fabric and lining are pieced together. Lining. The small fabric piece of this panel is slightly larger, so it needs to be stitched together a bit. After cutting, these two are joined together. The wider one is the inside of the hat face. Then use Mauni Chai. The narrower one is the face of the hat face. The one chosen is that thin lining fabric. Now let's first look at this hat top. Then the hat brim. Picked up the wrong one. The hat brim is slightly smaller. It is this small piece of material, and its face and lining boards are completely different because it needs to be staggered. So the lengths are different. So when sampling, don't take just one board. This is the lining of the hat crown. The 6-panel hat body. This is the top of the hat. This is the hat crown. This is to make the lining first, then make the front part. Join these 6 pieces inside the hat together. Then sew the hat top. This is the hat front. These two are also part of the hat front. Close it first. Let's do this first. We need to find 4 points on this circle. Fold it in half like this, then fold it again. Here is one. There are a total of 4 points. Then align this. Is it like this? Align the two seams like this. Then find this midpoint. In this case, there are a total of 4 points, along with the 4 points of this circle. First, stitch the 4 points together. Then stitch it as a whole. This makes it easier to sew. There is also the outer ring, the curved line. The seam's outer ring will be smaller, but that ring is equal, so the outer ring needs to have this amount opened up. Then make a relief cut, 0.3 centimeters. Do not exceed 0.5 or it will leak. When leveling, this seam needs to be separated. Just handle this seam properly. Because the item is particularly small. If the stitching is not done well, then it will be visible from the outside, and the result won't be very good. This point is meant for this, right? First, make this stitch. Sew around like this. When the two are joined, it's the same. Fold in half and find a point. After finding these 2 points, still fold it like this. Then draw another 2 points. Then these 4 points are the same as this circle. They align and sew together. This is what was found earlier. This seam matches this point. Then sew all around once. Sew with a 0.5. The fabric is made, then the front part is made the same as the fabric. It's just that the material used here is different. This is the front part joined with this fabric. Then after everything is done, the smoke from the two of them, then join them together. It's best to stagger the gaps, although they are opposite seams, but offset them a bit, so it won't be too thick. Sew around like this. This is smoking. The fabric and the front side. After piecing it together, find the seam of this wrapping cloth. Then cut it open along the seam. Then turn it inside out through this opening. Because this opening is a bit small, when flipping it over, the tool tends to show. So when you flip it carefully. Then after flipping it to the right side, you just need to sew it up by hand. Start from this side. Find a thin spot. Pull it over little by little. After flipping it over like this, it has a hole here. Then you do it like this. Then you measure it like this. Then sew it up by hand with a needle, and it's done. Then you fix it like this. These two are stuck together. The inside and the outside are stuck together. Fold it back to make a hat. Yes, you also need to add one more ribbon. This front side. More of the front side should be left exposed. Don't let ions leak like this. Put this inside. This way, when you fold it over, nothing will leak. This cap tends to come off easily. The lining and outer layer tend to come out like this. It's different from the smaller size, so you can sew a line here. Just press it down here. You can also press a line along the edge. This is to fix it in place. I'm pressing a line here, so it gets fixed in place. It just can't be stretched open. Then here near the smoke, I press the edge once. Need to take care of this surface. Leave out a little more. And now, okay, my other ribbon is glued on. This is glued with scented glue. Glued on. This ribbon is like this. This is the center back seam, right? Place the bow starting from the center back. From the center back. Leave this part a little longer here. This ribbon I have is a small cloth one, 1 centimeter wide. Leave it a bit longer. If it's too long, you can just trim it off. Wrap it around like this. Then leave a long trailing ribbon. Cut it to the same length as this one. Start sticking from the middle of the back here. I started sticking the glue from here. Then follow along the line like this. A little bit above it. Just apply glue all around. Then it sticks well. It looks like this. Make another bow. Glue it on. This is a bow knot. Also, just stick it once and it's done. These two are opposite each other. Stick them together, then like this. Stick it again in the middle. This will do. Then wrap this bow around. Put on one set at a time. Stick it again. But you need to decide it yourself. How big is needed? How much to leave this bow? After finishing it, then stick it onto the hat. Then this hat will no longer be used. It has been pierced. This lick